In the previous clipping, we saw that the Sri Lankan government has not been able to run successfully. The people are unhappy, the government is in a mess, there is an economic setback, just for the simple reason that there is no power sharing. The majoritarian community, that is the majority community, the Sinhalese community, have not been able to accept the minority community wholeheartedly. Whereas in Belgium, since the people have accepted that everybody is equal in the eyes of law and everybody is equal, therefore the representation also has to be equal. Therefore, they are a happy lot, happy country, strong economy. So, this means power sharing is very, very essential for a successful running of any country. But we must understand as to why it is that important, why power sharing is that important. First thing, of course, is that the communities need to feel happy, relaxed, and should have trust on each other. If there is a trust between the communities, then there are going to be no strifes, no confusions, no chaos, and no fights. The second is that those people who rule us and those who are ruled should also share the powers that we have. So, there are two sets. One is that the rule and the ruled should be sharing the powers. Second is the communities, whichever they are, should actually be having equal representation. Therefore, power sharing becomes very, very important. There are two aspects to this. One is prudential. Remember this term, children? I told you at the beginning of the chapter the meaning of the word prudential. This is actually the calculation which is done on the basis of gains and losses. Of course, the gain here is communities living happy, country prospering. Other is the moral. Moral is that everybody should live happily and amicably, which makes a country a growing country, a happy country. This was all about power sharing. We have seen what is power sharing, why it is important, but now we must also know that how are powers shared in a government. We have already seen the example of a school situation, wherein the principal, vice principal, headmaster followed by the teachers and the students share power, and also in a classroom situation when the students amongst themselves are sharing the power. But in the context of government, let's see how the powers are shared. So, what are the forms of power sharing that we are going to see in the next clipping that we have, that is the forms in which the powers are shared between the organs of the government, between the people, between the pressure group and the political parties.